Hello and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, the Dordogne, located in the southwest of France, is very popular with foreign property buyers, in particular British buyers, and with good reason too. It has wonderful historical villages and towns, famous prehistoric caves, rivers, forests, beautiful countryside, stunning medieval castles, and property that by Western European standards is not very expensive. Now, although the Dordogne has amazing villages, for the purposes of buying property, I would recommend a town where you have more resources, in particular medical facilities. And all three of the towns I have chosen today do have medical facilities. Another thing to bear in mind is that if you do decide to buy in the Dordogne region, in a village or the countryside, you may find that the locals do not speak foreign languages, in particular English. So you may find yourself a bit more isolated than in the towns where you're more likely to find expats and locals that speak foreign languages. Anyway, before I give you my top three, please at the end of the video do comment and let me know if you agree or disagree and why, and perhaps which of the towns or villages you would have put in the top three instead. Anyway, here are my top three places to buy property in the Dordogne region. And coming in at number three is Sarlat-la-Canéda, and I'm going to refer to it as only Sarlat for the rest of the video. Now, with a population of 9,000, Sarlat is one of France's most beautiful towns. There is no doubt it is a really beautiful medieval town, best known for its architecture, food and history. Now, if you like food markets, then this could be the place for you, as they have a huge food market every Wednesday and Sunday mornings. It is believed to be the biggest food market in the whole of southwest France. And in winter, there is also a marketplace where they sell the region's famous truffle and foie gras. Now, Sarlat is actually the fourth largest town in the Dordogne region and is very rich in history. And you do feel as if you are going back in time if you live or spend part of the year here. Now, you have an ancient cathedral dating back to the 12th century, beautiful churches and some old noble houses. And there are several festivals held every year, including a film festival. And best of all, property prices are inexpensive at an average of around 2,000 euros per square metre. And the good news is that there is a railway station with services to Bergerac, Bordeaux and Périgord. And the nearest airports are Bergerac and Brive, which are around 75 kilometres and 45 kilometres away respectively. Please bear in mind though that Brive Airport does have limited flights, only flying to London, Paris and Porto. And as mentioned, Bordeaux and Bergerac do have more flights. So this is a bit of a disadvantage if you decide to buy in Sarlat. Nevertheless though, if you consider the famous village of Dordogne, which is about 12 kilometers away or so, property prices are actually the same as Sarlat, and there's only less than 1,000 people living in the village. So this does put Sarlat, I think, in quite a good light when you compare it to the villages. Anyway, coming in at number two is the town of Périgord. Now, with a population of around 29,000, Périgord is the most populated town in the Dordogne region. It is very clean, blessed with lovely green spaces, and it's actually a very walkable town. The town is rich in history, and the old pedestrian quarter is fascinating with hidden alleyways, charming courtyards, and plenty of outdoor cafes and small boutiques. The market here is good as well, and there's a good array of international cuisine available. Now, the architecture too is stunning, in particular the cathedral, the Gallo-Roman ruins, and particularly the fabulous Vesuna ones. And the good news for those of you who want to retire here is that there is a good hospital and plenty of doctors and social services. And property prices here are a little bit more expensive than Sarlat, at an average of around 2,100 euros per square metre. But I think this is more than justified obviously because it is a bigger town. And also it has a railway station that connects you to Limoges, Bordeaux and other regional destinations. Now, the nearest airport to Périgueux is Bergerac, which is about 50 kilometers away. Alternatively, Brive is about 100 kilometers away, or even Bordeaux, which is around 145 kilometers away. So I do think Périgueux does have that little bit more than Sarlat. It offers a few more facilities, and to get to Périgueux, I think in general from abroad is a bit easier than to get to Sarlat. But Périgueux doesn't make the number one position, even though it's the most populous town in the Dordogne region. So coming in at number one is, I think, the beautiful town of Bergerac. Now, with a population of around 26,000, Bergerac is the heart of the wine region in the Dordogne. It has a lovely old town with some quaint streets, nice squares and boutiques. You will also find an array of cafes and eateries as well. And around the old town, you will see lots of attractive medieval half-timbered buildings. Now, as said, you'll find plenty of places to eat. There's a decent array of international cuisine as well. And Bergerac New Town, which mostly dates back to the 19th century, is also another attractive part of the town. Bergerac also has some lovely houses and churches. However, the two main reasons why Bergerac came in first position were price and accessibility. On average, property prices are only around 1,800 euros per square meter, which is the cheapest of all the three towns mentioned. And Bergerac too has its own railway station with regular services to Bordeaux and Sarlat. But the real winner, I think, is that Bergerac has its own international airport with direct flights to Amsterdam, Rotterdam, and a number of UK destinations, including London, Birmingham, Liverpool, Manchester, and Edinburgh. But there are others as well. Now, another good thing is that if your flight lands at Bordeaux Airport is only around 125 kilometers from Bergerac. So that's another good alternative. So I think for these two main reasons, Bergerac comes in number one position. But obviously, I would love to know your thoughts. Do you agree or do you disagree with me? Would you have put Bergerac in the number one place to buy property in the area of Dordogne in southwest of France? Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I shall see you soon on the next video.